want to win this football game. Yes, Cotton Adams wants to win this football team. Yes, this Corbin football team wants to win this game. But so does Somerset.
Right.
They feel the same way regardless of the draw. They know, Coach Kane and those guys know, you must beat them all to be state champion. That's Somerset's goal. That's Corbin's goal, so why wait?
And that is exactly the way that Coach Adams responded to the question. He said it doesn't matter if you play Danville the first week, second week, third week. You play Rockcastle first week, second week, third week. If you're going to win the state championship, you got to beat them all. You got to beat them sometime or another. And it really doesn't matter when you play them. You just got to win the football games if you're going to be the state champion. And I would have to agree with that. Corbin will be kicking off in this game. Once again, the Somerset Briar Jumpers come in with a mark of 4 wins against 4 losses on the year. Corbin also 4-4. The Redhounds coming off of an impressive 42-14 slaughter of the Middlesboro Yellow Jackets last Friday night. And before we get ready to play, let's try to check back in with Chuck Selvey and see if Chuck is working properly.
All right, Gus, can you hear me up there?
Yeah, I got you, Chuck.
Yeah, well, it's good to be back with a 2 weeks absence. Both teams going for, both teams are 4-4 right now, but I don't have to tell you what kind of intense rivalry we have right here. So right now there's a kickoff, so I'll let it back up to you, fellas. Get up with me later on, fellas, during the ball game.
All right, the kick is going to bounce on the 5-yard line. Honeycutt picks it up there for Somerset, brings it back out to the 7, and he goes down there. So very poor field position for the Briar Jumpers as they start off the first period of this football game. Nice to have Chuck Selvey back, and I do want to say one thing, Burley, he's just way too ugly for television. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, really.
Way too ugly. Way too ugly.
Chuck does a good job, but those of you who have never seen him, he is really ugly.
Yes, he is, and I'm telling you, that TV just about did him in there. He ought to stay off the tube. But it is good. It is good to have Chuck back after a couple of weeks. Ready to go. The Somerset Briar Jumpers will line it up. They'll have the football 1st and 10. The ball on the 8-yard line just underway. And the run goes straight up the middle. Number 11, Patrick Lynch, 6'1", 165-pound senior, who started out this year at quarterback before he moved into the running back field. Takes the football for a gain of about a yard. They'll bring up now 2nd down and 9 for Somerset. Wide out to the left side, number 42, Jim Compton. There's also wides to the right side, the far side of the field. And it's going to go to Lynch again. He takes the football to the 10, swarmed and down there. Crosses the 10 up to about the 11-yard line around the left side. And that'll bring up now 3rd down for the Briar Jumpers.
A lot of good hits there by several Corbin players that time as Creekmore gets up off the bottom of the pile. In the secondary tonight for Corbin is Jason Eastep, Jody Mauser, and Chris Okuma. The linebackers are Byron Jones, Chad Adams, and Sean Sargent.
So Somerset lines it up with a wishbone. Lined up behind the quarterback, number 12, Bert Harris, is Honeycutt. Lynch is also back there. Pitch out goes to Lynch around the right side. And he crosses the 14 up near the 15-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. And that's going to bring on the punt for the Somerset Briar Jumpers, we think. Now we have an official timeout, but I don't think they have the 1st down. Burley Foley doesn't look from here, but my eyes have been wrong before.
Sean Russell and Jeff Atkins getting a start in there on defense and the defensive line, along with Josh Pate as he starts down in there. The ends, Willoughby. Also Matt Phillips is the other end.
Somerset will be short by about it looks like a couple of football lengths. And that's going to bring on the punting team, and the Briar Jumpers will punt it away after their first offensive possession of the football game. Well, it's a great night for high school football. If you're not here at the game, tuned in. If you're at home, we hope that you'll keep it tuned. Kick back, get yourself something nice to munch on, and enjoy what should be a good high school football game here between the Corbin Redhounds and the Briar Jumpers of Somerset. Number 34, Josh Samala, will do the punting. He'll punt from the 10-yard line, back to receive for Corbin. And a fair catch going to be called for by number 18, Jody Mauser, at the 50-yard line. I don't know, Burley. It looked like maybe Jody had some room to run that football, but he opted to call for the fair catch. Corbin has it 1st and 10 from midfield.
Well, they'll get great field position here, and Jody did a good job by coming up and fielding the ball and catching it. And a lot of times on those punts, once you glance up and look back down, it's hard to determine just exactly where they are. Jody has not been returning punts this year. That was the first punt that I think he has attempted to run back this year. So maybe a little room, but I like the decision. Let's go ahead and get good field position here and get a good start.
Coach Cotton Adams making some changes for Corbin, like you say. Jody Mauser going back to return some punts. Also, Brent Willoughby got a lot of time in the backfield for Corbin against Middlesboro. Corbin will start out in power I right. It pitch back goes to Mike Wyatt. He's hit right on the 50. There's already a flag on the play. He's trying to get out to the left side and finally does and takes it to the 49-yard line. But we have a flag over on the right side of the field, right on the 49-yard line. That probably would look me to believe an illegal block against Corbin. Now, it's going to be a hold against Corbin. So the penalty nonetheless. But we talked to Coach Adams in the pregame show, about Brent Willoughby. Gained over 100 yards in the football game against Middlesboro. He said Brent would have been back there earlier, with the exception of he had the turf toe. That bothered him. And he said there were some other circumstances that maybe had kept Brent from getting back in the backfield, circumstances that they had to watch from day to day. And he didn't elaborate on that. Maybe that's something you can just give us a little bit of insight on.
Well, I know basically a little bit about that, but I'm going to leave that between Brent and the coaching staff, and it's nothing negative about the kid. It's a positive thing, but it's just something that keeps some kids from playing, in that type of position.
Okay, so Corbin has football now, first down and 20 from the 41-yard line. Mauser back to throw. He looks, he's step over the middle, threw it too long, intercepted. Picked off. And a flag on the play. That's going to be a late hit on Eastep, as it should be. Bart Harris making the pickoff back at the 27-yard line. He goes down on the 25, then Jason Eastep piled on him. And that's going to be a late hit against Jason Eastep, which will move the football up the field for the Somerset Briar Jumpers.
Well, that time that ball got away from Jody a little bit. I think if he had that one back, he would have tried to throw it a little softer, but it just rose on him and got away. And Jason there on defending him on the late hit, a lot of times when a guy goes down clean as a football or goes down clean, you forget as a football player that they can't get back up and run in high school, and I think that's probably what Jason was thinking there.
That'll move the football back out to the 40-yard line, though, for the Somerset Briar Jumpers. So after the interception thrown by Jody Mauser, it'll be 1st and 10 for Somerset, working over toward the right hash mark, just a little bit off the right side of the hump. Split backfield will line up now behind the quarterback, Harris. Wide out to the right side, Chris Honeycutt. And the handoff straight up the middle to Lynch once again, or rather to number 34, Samala. So Samala takes the football up to about the 43-yard line, bringing up second down.
Yeah, Somerset roster next one.
Yeah, but you can't have it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. We only have one. We called in a request for more than one, but we only got one. Pitch out goes to the right side to Lynch. 45, and good pursuit by Corbin around to that left side, and Patrick Lynch is knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. That'll bring up now a 3rd down for the Briar Jumpers.
A lot of good hits there for Corbin. Several people in on the tackle that time. It's Mauser, one of them, Willoughby, one of them. Also, Eastep over there in on the stop, and a couple of others. And that's a good sign early in a game when you've got a lot of people going to the football and really making contact.
7 minutes, 55 seconds left to go. First quarter of play. Dave King and Burley Foley in the booth as the Hounds take on the Briar Jumpers. Harris gets set to take the snap. He's going to give the inside handoff to, I think that was number 34 on the carry. Coming up off the bottom. No, it's number 1 on the carry, Chris Honeycutt. And Honeycutt carries the football up to the 50-yard line. That'll be close to a Somerset first down. Faked the pitch out, Burley, and gave it on the inside handoff.
It was a little EAD. Faked a quick pitch, and that time just give it on a little inside handoff back. And that play, if it's set up good, is a very effective play. Somerset's offensive line doing a pretty good job in there right now, Dave. Reese Turner, Andrew Nitch, I believe that is. Also, John Reynolds, Philip Berry, and looks like Michael Blackburn.
Well, Somerset known for more as a defensive team than an offensive team. They would like to keep this football game down in maybe the somewhere in the 10 to 20 point range and hope to get the win here over the Corbin Redhounds. They have the football right now, 1st and 10 from midfield. Harris is looking back to throw. He's going to dump it off over the middle. It's going to be caught. Number 35 with a reception. That is Shannon Lockard. Lockard drives the football all the way down to the 35-yard line. And that'll be another first down for Somerset. 1st and 10 from the Corbin 35.
Play set up pretty good. They ran some people off to the right side over there. Somerset did, and then came back inside the locker. As again, Somerset's offensive line did a pretty good job picking us up in there.
Corbin wearing the home red. The gray bottoms trimmed up in red and white. Somerset decked out mostly in white with yellow helmets trimmed up in gold, or yellow and black, I guess. Handoff goes to Lynch. The big guy powers his way for a couple of yards down near the 32-yard line.
Adams and Pate on the stop for Corbin. Travis Smith now comes in. Travis has been a starter in there this year. He replaces Josh Pate.
Travis with some offensive time. Did not see any offensive time against Middlesboro. It was Brent Willoughby who got the time in the backfield rather than Travis Smith, but Coach Adams says he's very proud of the job that Travis did in the backfield for the Redhounds. Wishbone now lines up behind the quarterback, Harris. He's going to give it to Lynch. Big hole there for Lynch, and he pounds his way down to the 25. That'll be enough for another first down for Somerset. Nice hole opened up by the offensive line for Somerset. 1st and 10 now for the Briar Jumpers from the Corbin 25.
Belly play off to the right side as they fake to the first back, give to the second back coming off tackle that time. And again, the play was blocked pretty well.
6 minutes left to go. First quarter of play, the Hounds and the Briar Jumpers. Somerset with possession of the football. Corbin had it for one offensive set and through the interception. As Harris is going to reverse it to Lynch. He's going to throw. He's a former quarterback. Complete. Football is going to be caught by number 34, Josh Samala, and Samala is going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 14-yard line, I think. So that'll be another first down for Somerset. The Briar Jumpers looking pretty impressive on this offensive drive here.
Well, they offensively, Dave, have always done a real good job with play action. I see Tony Massey over there on their sideline, and he, of course, a former quarterback and player at the University of Kentucky, and he did an extremely good job with play action.
And I said the ball on the 14. Actually, it's on the 11-yard line. Quarterback Harris on the keep this time. He's going nowhere. Dropped at the 12. Loss of around a yard on the play brings up now 2nd down for Somerset.
Good defense by Corbin that time as Okuma, Adams, Willoughby, and a number of others. And again, we apologize sometimes for not being able to pick them all, but some of them, I tell you, the key to getting your name on the radio is get up slow.
Yeah, really. You get up too fast, man, Burley can't see you. Well, you know, it has to help Somerset, Burley, with Lynch being a former quarterback, and he made that halfback throw that time. Harris will hand off straight up the middle. Running with the football is number 35, the big guy, Shannon Lockard.
Number 35 on the carry for the Briar Jumpers, Shannon Lockard.
Well, as you called it, I started to say he's still running, Dave.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He just kept dragging Corbin players and takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. But that brings up 3rd down and still long for the Briar Jumpers. They have to make it down near the 1 or 2-yard line to get the first down. Looks like the spot's going to be on about the 6. So Corbin defensively will have to toughen up here. Good crowd on hand for the football game. All the home games have been very well attended here at Corbin High School. And all the home games have had extremely nice weather. Power eye left this time, so movement on the line, and Corbin jumped off. That hurts. That may be enough for, or close to, a first down for Somerset.
Well, all penalties hurt, but anytime you get one inside the 20, that's a big plus for the offense. And
it's against Somerset. Ooh.
Oh, gee.
So Corbin was pulled offside, so it'll be against the Somerset Briar Jumpers. And you were right, Burley, there in what you were saying.
Either way. That's right, offensively or defensively. But I'm like you. I thought the penalty was on us. But, the officials, it's a good crew here tonight, Charlie Kirk and these guys. A lot of times you can't find out just exactly what's going on down there from up here.
Ball is on the right side of the field. Lynch, number 11, comes out of the backfield and goes wide to the left side, and now we've got a timeout. Timeout called for by Somerset, so let's take a break. 4:03 left to go. First quarter of play. Nothing between the Hounds and the Briar Jumpers. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, on the other side. May I have your attention, please? If you are not wearing a field pass, you are not allowed on the...
Well, the first quarter has been a defensive battle. Nothing. 4:03 left to go in the first period of play. Corbin has only had the football one time. Somerset took the kickoff and had to punt. Corbin had the football and threw an interception, and ever since then, it's been the Somerset Briar Jumpers with possession, and it's been a fast first quarter of action here. A good Somerset crowd on hand to check the action out here as their team takes on the Hounds. Here's the snap. Harris back to throw. He stumbles, and he's going to go down. Big number 75 for the Corbin Red Hounds, Jeff Atkins, as Harris did just a stumble there, and Atkins was right on top of him to drop him back at the 18-yard line. That'll bring up now 4th down for Somerset.
Well, Corbin responded very well there as Jeff Atkins and Brent Willoughby get in for the sack, and big break now as Somerset will have to attempt a field goal here, and that's got to be, even if Somerset does hit this, Corbin's got to feel good about the fact that they didn't get in for a touchdown after getting so close. And number 61 going to kick? Andrew Kinch. He'll kick from the 30. That'll be a 40-yarder. Looks good. It is.
Oh, it is. 40-yard field goal that time by number 61, Andrew Kinch, a 6-foot, 230-pound junior. And the Somerset Briar Jumpers have the lead, 3-0. We'll be back, and Somerset will kick off to Corbin. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. Well, last Friday night in the game between the Red Hounds and the Jackets of Middlesboro, just about ran out of places to put all the points down. But, Burley, you kind of get the feeling this football game's not going to be that way. The defense is going to either win or lose it.
Well, I think you're right. I think there'll be some points, but not near like there was last week. Corbin, of course, with some other injured players out tonight. Shaq not playing tonight. Chris Shackford, Wesley Moore, a senior guard, not playing tonight. Also, Trey White, a freshman who they were starting to count some on, is not playing tonight. He has a broken collarbone.
Well, Kinch kicks that football very short, down to about the 33-yard line. Caught there by Jason Estep. And Corbin will take over 1st and 10 from the 33. So it's only the second offensive possession of the football game for the Corbin Red Hounds. Well, the field here, just about brown. It's, talked to a lot of people, I don't know much about this kind of thing. It's Bermuda grass. Bermuda grass, we understand, turns brown much quicker than a lot of the other grasses. I understand University of Kentucky has Bermuda grass on their field, but they paint it with a green paint to keep it nice and green looking. That's what Eddie Pierce told me anyway, Burley. I don't know. Here goes Mauser, gives off to Phillips.
As hard as Eddie works on these fields, I believe what he says. That's right. Only thing I know about grass is how much I hate to mow it.
Yeah, I was kind of afraid this warm weather would put my grass in the comeback situation, and I was getting a bit worried as Matt Phillips takes it for about a yard. No, as a matter of fact, talking with some people here a couple of games back, as a matter of fact, and they were telling me how some people many years ago took samples of this field like every 5 yards or so and sent it off to the University of Kentucky to see what kind of fertilizer it needed and that kind of stuff to get this grass to grow. And that's why Corbin has such an outstanding field. Jody Mauser on the carry. He's up to the 40-yard line. That'll be short of the first down by about 3 yards, but it'll bring up 3rd and short now for Corbin. Mauser on the bootleg with 3 minutes to go, first quarter of play. 3-0 Somerset on top. The Hounds working off the right hash.
Good gainer that time by Jody as he puts us in pretty good shape maybe to pick up a first down here. Little option play to the right.
Ball resting right on the 40-yard line. Somerset, the yellow helmeted team. These two teams been bitter rivals over the year as Estep goes wide to the left side. Mims in tight on the right side. The I formation lined up behind Mauser. Corbin usually throws out of this. Quick throw out to Estep on the left. He's at the 45 and got the first down up to the 46-yard line. I do like that play, especially on short yardage, and that'll be enough for the first down for Corbin. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
I'm like you, Dave. That's been a pretty good play for Corbin this year, and that's because Jody's got a strong enough arm to get it out there. And also, Jason does a good job. He knew right then how much he had to get for the first down, and that's what he was fighting for.
Of course, you look at the downside of that play. If it is intercepted, someone's getting a TD because there's nobody back to catch him. Jeff Root wide to the right side. Corbin working off the left hash. Mauser throws it out right side to Root this time. Got a nice block. Takes it up to the 48-yard line. Mark Mims with a good block on Honeycutt that time on the 46-yard line, but still not a whole lot of room that time for Root to get going. That'll bring up now second down for Corbin, and we'll call it 8. Second and 8 from the 47.
Had that play developed just a little quicker, Jeff Root would have picked up some big yardage then. One other player I want to mention that I know that's not dressed tonight, Scott Hart, sophomore, that we've seen play some this year.
What is the problem with Scott? Someone told me before the game, but I forgot. High formation lines up behind Mauser. He's going to give it up to Phillips. Phillips, big hole, down to the 45, down to the 40. First down for Corbin at the 40-yard line for Big Matt Phillips inside Somerset territory.
Matt running hard that time. Looked like he might have lined up at fullback in there, just a little quick keeper as he veered back to the left and picked up a big gain for Corbin.
Did you hear what was wrong with Scott?
No.
Someone told me before the game, and so I could put it on the radio, but I have forgot what the problem was. Mauser gives off to Phillips, heading around the left side, down to the 35, and on down to the 30-yard line, or the 31-yard line, I guess. Another nice hole by the offensive line for the Hounds. That'll bring up second down for Corbin, pounding it down inside Somerset territory.
Maybe Sideline Selby can get us a report on that in a little bit.
Yeah, how about that, Chuck? You down there?
I'm down here, fellas. Apparently, Scotty Hart has some sort of an intestinal flu of some sorts, and you know, the Somerset defense has been kind of stubborn to the offensive Corbin, especially up the middle until Big Matt Phillips got things going. Here's Bill Willie with a handoff. Looks apparently like he's got the first down, so that's about it from there here, fellas. Now back up to you all.
Okay, good call on the play there, Chuck. So an intestinal flu bothering Scott Hart. And it was Brent Willoughby coming into the backfield, picking up the first down for Corbin at the 30-yard line, just a bit across the 30-yard line, and it'll be first and 10 for the Hounds from the 30 as Jason Eastep checks in. Brent Willoughby comes out.
When you talk about the flu, I always remember what my grandpa used to say when he'd get it. He'd say, "I'd rather have a broke arm."
I've never had the flu, never in my life. I mean, not that I want the flu, but just kind of wonder what people are.
Maybe we can take care of that.
I just wonder what I'm missing out on. Eastep wide to the right side, the far side of the field. The eye again behind Mauser looking to throw. He's looking for Mims over the middle. He's getting chased. He's forced out of the pocket. He's looking downfield, slips and falls and throws it harmlessly down to about the 15-yard line. Pressure coming from all points that time on Jody Mauser. I think that play intended for Mark Mims, but before Jody could deliver the strike, he slipped and fell. We got a holding on the defense against Somerset.
Shane Creekmore got held over on the left side, and I got to give Shane a lot of credit right here. As soon as he was held, he turned to the official and, "Hey, he's holding me, and the official threw the flag." So, you know, Shane Creekmore did a good job of helping the official on that one.
Shane might have a good career as an official one of these days. He's making calls already. Only 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 3-0, Somerset on top of the Red Hounds here at Campbell Field in Corbin. Dave King in the booth along with Burley Foley. Certainly a pleasure to have Sideline Selby back with us this evening. He's on the sidelines. We'll be checking in with Chuck throughout the football game. And after the penalty, that will be enough for a Corbin first down. It'll move the football down to the 20-yard line. So Corbin, first and 10 from the 20, working off the left hash mark. And that's going into the first quarter of play. At the end of one, it's Somerset 3, Corbin nothing, but the Hounds are driving. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. Yeah, we got the doc back. I like Doctors Selby better. What do you think? Okay. Thanks, sir.
By two, we're playing this summer, so that was a ball club. Oak Ridge may be the best team in Tennessee. They said they've got good teams in the state of Tennessee. Round County's number 1 in their region. Billy Talkin got to California, has to get a part of that team. So they've been to Yugoslavia. They're going to travel all over. Norman's got 4 starters back. They played in the same region with Gaffney, Spartanburg. We've had both those teams here, and they got 4 starters back. And they're number 1 in their region over there.
Okay, good.
They're really loaded up.
At the end of 1 quarter of play, it's the Somerset Briar Jumpers 3, the Red Hounds of Corbin none. But Corbin is on the move. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Briar Jumpers. Dave King and Burley Foley. We do have one score report in already. It's Whitley County leading McCreary Central by a score of 14-0. That definitely will be a mismatch there. That's in only the 1st quarter of play. Corbin, full house backfield, handoff to Willoughby. Nice block down to the 15. Shakes a tackle on down to the 10, down to the 8. And tackled on the 6-yard line. I didn't see who delivered the block, but a good hole opened up for Brent Willoughby.
It was. The offensive line, you got to give them a lot of credit. And those guys, they do a good job up there, and they don't get their name called often, but these backs know that they're the reason they get the yards. We'll try to go ahead and give them to you right now. Sean Russell, of course, at 1 tackle in there. The other guard over here will be Sean Sargent. The center is Jeff Reedy. The left guard is Brandon Bowman. The left tackle, Jeff Atkins. The ends are Creekmore and Mark Mims right now.
So the ball on the 7-yard line. 1st and goal for Corbin from the 7, working off the left hash. Willoughby on the handoff again, goes down to the 5. Dropped on the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down now for the Hounds. Well, that's another point we covered with Coach Adams in the Cotton Adams show. And he said that really, you know, it seems like when the offensive and defensive line plays good, that Corbin wins, but he doesn't want to put all the blame on them because there's a lot of other things involved in the football game other than that.
Well, there's a lot of football teams. If their offensive line played good every game, they'd win. I can promise you that.
Full house, or power eye left, lined up there behind Mauser. Gives it off to Willoughby again. Not much blocking there for Brent, but he just powers his way on down to the 3-yard line. That brings up 3rd down and goal for Corbin from the 3. The Hounds knocking on the door, trailing here 3-0, just underway in the 2nd quarter. 10 minutes and 35 seconds left to go, 2nd quarter of play. Creekmore comes off for Corbin. Jason Estep is on and going wide to the right. Mims in tight on the left side. I formation behind Mauser. He's going to keep. Nowhere to go at all. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, brings up a 4th down. Timeout. And 3 for Corbin. And Cotton Adams, as Burley points out, wants the TO. So time it on the field. 10-11 left to go. 2nd quarter of play. 3-0 Somerset. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. Well, a big timeout called for by Corbin head coach Cotton Adams. The Hounds facing a 4th down and goal from the 3-yard line, trailing 3-0 with 10 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the 1st half of play. Somerset got their points. A nice field goal, a 40-yard field goal by Andrew Kinch, number 61. And that was at 3:51 to go in the 1st quarter of play.
Coach Adams here electing to go for the touchdown, and I like the call.
And I do too. Corbin lines up Willoughby, Phillips, Okuma in the backfield, hand off to Matt Phillips, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown for Matt Phillips and the Corbin Red Hounds at 6-3.
Well, that time they went to the bread and butter guy, Matt Phillips. He's gotten some tough yards this year, and he put it in right there, and that's who you go to. You go to that senior experience in a situation like that as Matt Phillips puts us on the board here.
So Matt Phillips, 3-yard touchdown run. As a matter of fact, about a 3-yard touchdown dive. He had to dive the last 2-3 yards of that. And we have an official timeout on the field, which is good for Corbin because Matt, who just scored the touchdowns, also the kicker, and he needs time to get that kicking strap and kick and chew on there.
Hey, I've got an idea. We should have an equipment problem after we score each time, and then we get some more money, some more time.
Some more money? Oh, we know where your mind's at.
Good idea.
So after the official timeout, Matt Phillips ready to kick. Kick it from the 10. Low snap. He gets it away. It looks good, and it is. And Corbin goes on top by a score of 7-3 with 10:08 to go. First half of play. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and Team 107. .08 left to go. First half of play. Corbin on top of Somerset by a score of 7-3. The Hounds will kick off to the Briar Jumpers. Back to receive for Somerset. Number 1 is back there. That's Chris Honeycutt, 6 foot, 175-pound senior. And also back number 11, Patrick Lynch, 6'1", 165-pound senior. Lynch to the left, to the right side, Honeycutt. Phillips to the kick. A high kick taken by Honeycutt at the 20. Middle of the field, 25, cuts it out to the left to the 30, up to the 32-yard line, brought down there by the Corbin defenders, and that'll bring up now 1st and 10 for Somerset from the 32.
Jeff Root, David Stevens get up off the pile.
Making the tackle for the Red Hounds, number 3, Jeff Root.
Well, talked with Willard Ferris before the football game. The Corbin 7th grade team lost last night Burley to South Laurel, 8-6 in overtime. He said, Dave King, the only score you put on the air all year long, and it's a loss. He said, what's the deal? And I was explaining to him that some South Laurel fans called that score, and they were very proud of the fact that they had beaten the Corbin 7th grade team, and that was the reason that we had it on the radio this morning. Harris going to hand it off now to Lynch, up to the 35-yard line. Brings up 2nd down now, running around the left side, around the left end. 2nd down, and we will call it 7 for Somerset. 2nd and 7.
Good defense that time as Mauser comes up. Byron Jones also over there, I think, on a play. Well, I saw that football game last night, and our kids don't have anything to be ashamed of. They got beat by a good football team. Hard-hitting 7th grade game, and David Hanna and Kenny Gilmore and Kelly Ferris have done a good job with the 7th graders, and they're going to be a good football team, but you can't take anything away from South.
Wishbone lines up behind Harris, fakes the handoff, and he's hit in the backfield, but he spins loose, then he's hit again, spins loose again, and then brings the football back up to the 33-yard line, and a flag on the play. Hit several times.
I suspect that may be a face mask, the way all the penalty flags went down.
Yes, it is a face mask, says Charlie Kirk, against the Corbin Red Hounds. So what was a good defensive play by Corbin, with a lot of good pressure on the Somerset quarterback, turns into a bad one after the face mask.
You know, we had an excellent opportunity there for a big play, and we just couldn't hang on. Just got to tackle a little better in situations like that.
And that's going to move the football across the 45 up to about the 47.5-yard line for the Briar Jumpers. Somerset working off the left hash mark. Corbin on top here by a score of 7-3. 8:55 left to go, first half of play.
At this point, you know, Corbin's defense has played pretty good. They seem to be flying around to the football. They've just got to maintain this intensity.
Wide out to the left side, number 80 is Blackburn. Harris will give it straight up the middle to Honeycutt. Honeycutt crosses the 50 to the 49-yard line of Corbin. Falls forward for about a yard after that on up to the 48.
Number 64, Sean Sutton on the tackle.
Jeff Atkins and Sean Russell go in. Noel comes out along with Travis Smith.
So 2nd down for the Somerset Briar Jumpers. They have once again penetrated Corbin territory. Number 42 goes out to the left side. That's Jim Compton. Also over there is number 80, Michael Blackburn. Harris going to pitch it out right side to Lynch. Lynch looking for some room. Good D by Corbin. He's dropped right on the line of scrimmage.
Adams, Okuma, Russell, Willoughby,
A lot of people in on that play. That'll bring up now 3rd down for the Briar Jumpers.
That's good, old-fashioned Corbin defense right there. They've always been known as a physical football team, as they get a lot of people. You know, it's not that first hit on a ball carrier that really puts people away. It's that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th when people start flying around the football. And that's what this team's starting to do, and that's what will make them a good football team when they start giving up that body.
Corbin certainly read that play very well. Brings up now 3rd and long for Somerset. Harris dropping back to throw. He's all the way back to the 43. Now he's looking, throws incomplete. Intended for Honeycutt up on the 35-yard line of Corbin. That'll bring up now 4th down, and the punting team will come on for the Briar Jumpers.
Well, they're in an excellent spot in the field to fake the punt. Now, I don't know that they will, but if you're going to fake one, you want to be on the other side of the 50, and of course they are. Harris that time rolling to his left. Dave tried to throw it back to his right, and that's a tough throw to make.
And to do the punting, number 34, Josh Shamala, comes on to punt again. Back for Corbin. Jody Mauser, number 18, and Jason Eastep, number 12. A long, high punt. Eastep will get it on the 15. He signaled for the fair catch. Let's see where they're going to spot this football. Right around the 14-yard line, I would say. Well, no, right on the 15-yard, a little bit past the 15, as a matter of fact. So Corbin has it just past the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. The Hounds will work off the left hash mark here. 7:15 to go first half. Corbin on top by a score of 7-3. And the Red Hound offense back on the field. 40-yard field goal from Somerset for their 3.
Shane Romines in now at right guard. He replaces Sean Sargent.
Eastep goes wide to the left. I formation lines up behind Mauser. He's looking back to throw. Looks for Eastep. Throws it for him. He could be there. He has got the football. At the 50. Down the 40. Down the 30. He's going to go. 10. Touchdown. Jason Eastep and the Corbin Red Hound.
Beautiful play, Dave. That time, nothing fancy. Jason Eastep just ran by some people, made a beautiful catch. And, somebody asked me about him being a prospect and his speed. Jason Eastep can run, and he exhibited that right there. The offensive line did a good job holding them out. Jody Mauser threw a perfect strike.
So Jason Eastep and Jody Mauser hook up for an 84-yard touchdown play. And Corbin goes on top by a score of 13-3. Well, that was pretty.
Play. That'll bring the fans back.
That was pretty.
That'll bring the fans back right there.
You know, the pass was there. Jason had to beat the defender, and he did, to get to the ball before the defense did, and just a beautiful play for the touchdown for the Hounds, who go on top here 13-3. Phillips to kick the extra point. There's the kick, partially touched, and no good. Someone got a hand on that. It falls short. But Corbin goes on top 13-3, 6:43 left to go here in the first half of play. We'll be right back. Corbin will kick off to Somerset. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. Yes, sir? Yeah, I got you. Man, go on, man. Give him a break. Give him a break. Well, we're getting ready for the Corbin Red Hounds to kick away here to the Somerset Briar Jumpers. The Hounds on top 13-3, 6:43 to go in the first half. And we just had another score in. It's Rockcastle County 27 and Madison Southern nothing. That's in the second quarter. The kick is going to be taken by Lynch, and Lynch has nowhere to go.
Jason Curry,
Byron Jones,
Kevin Gregory, Byron Jones, and David Stevens. Byron Jones does a real good job on specialty teams. He's always around the football on specialty teams.
You guys got an extra Somerset roster?
So it'll be Corbin football. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Or Somerset football, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line after the Corbin special teams covers. The Hounds on top 13-3. A lot of football action left here. Harris bobbles the snap. The ball is on the deck, but I think that Harris was able to fall back on it, but that'll waste it down. Bring up now 2nd down. and a loss of a yard on the play. So bad handle there between the center and the quarterback, and the ball falls backwards for a yard, but Harris was able to fall on it. 5:57 to go, counting down first half of play. Wishbone is going to line up now behind the quarterback Harris. And Harris turns, gives it off to Lynch. Lynch bounces off a couple of players and just falls forward up to about the 23-yard line. And that'll bring up third down after Lynch gets it back to the line of scrimmage and then gains a couple of yards past that. So 3 yards on the gain. Still, though, leaves Somerset facing third down and 8. Haven't got to see the throwing game of the Briar Jumpers yet.
Well, I think that's because they've taken their quarterback and made him a tailback. But you can look for, should Corbin be fortunate enough to get another touchdown, they will put the ball in the air.
Doubles go wide to the right side. Here's Harris looking back to throw. Pumps once he's going to throw the screen play incomplete for Honeycutt. Brings up fourth down. Well, they set up the screen that time. Just a little dump off over the middle.
We're very fortunate there, Dave, because they had us about 4 or 5 on 1 right there as Travis Smith made a nice play getting in there to break that thing up. We had ran off, and Travis was the only red shirt in the middle of that.
Really, we'll talk more about this in a moment, but, of course, being a school board member.
Easy now.
Well, I noticed where Laurel County has launched an inquiry into maybe what they call recruiting by the Corbin basketball team. Here's the punt. And it's going to be taken by Mauser at the 48-yard line and down there. We'll just keep it here during the exchange. Corbin will have it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. But certainly I think, my opinion, which isn't worth very much, I think that's groundless because I don't think Corbin intentionally went after anybody to play basketball for him. David Parsons, I don't think, being the brother of Wade Parsons, I don't think that's such a big deal there. And also the freshman that came aboard. But how serious is this inquiry by Laurel County?
Well, really, Dave, at this point, I can't comment on that. Naturally, I'm going to defend Coach Hicks because I believe he's right. He's an excellent person, and all I want to say about it is I've got confidence in our basketball coach and the things he does because of the quality of person that he is.
Well, he's not a recruiter, I can say that. Here's Mauser to throw the middle. Caught by Mills at the 40, 35, 30. He may go. 20, 15, 10. Caught it, hit at the knees at the 5-yard line. Oh, Mark Mims, he wanted that touchdown, but Corbin once again delivers the strike on the pass.
Well, I'm happy for Mark Mims because, he's the big tight end, and in college football and high school football, you don't see a lot of passes go to the tight end. But that time, Mark made a nice catch in the middle and really was trying to match up speed there with the defensive back, and he couldn't do it. But it's good to see Mark Mims get that reception because he's a big target.
Yeah, he was stepping out. He wanted that touchdown, but a big reception by Mark Mims. Corbin now 1st and goal from inside the 5-yard line. Mauser to Phillips. Matt plunges his way down near the goal line.
By the way, Dave, we mentioned Billy Hicks and the allegations. He will be our halftime guest tonight.
And that sounds good to me. Well, like I say, Billy Hicks, one thing he's not is a recruiter. Billy Hicks would not recruit a player. Of course, you're in the unenviable position if you're a head basketball coach. If a guy wants to come play for you, what are you going to do? Say, hey, no, you can't come here and play. We don't want you. But and here goes a touchdown for the Corbin Redhounds.
Chris Okuma.
Chris Okuma on the carry from a couple of yards out, and Corbin now leads by a score of 19-3.
Well, Coach Adams has said, these are the games that get important, and these are the ones where we've got to win and got to start playing well. And at this point, the Middlesboro game and the first half of this football game, which is far, far from over because Somerset has a quality football program, Dave. They've had a little bit of rough luck the last couple of years, but Coach Kane over there year in and year out has good football teams, and this is not a bad football team either.
No, they're not. They're 4-4. Corbin's 4-4, and hey, Somerset's the only team this year that has been able to do much with Rockcastle County, with the exception of the team that beat them, which was the Belfry Pirates. And I think maybe we have timeout called for here because a lot of people going out on the field. So let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. 3:40 to go, first half. 19-3, Corbin on top. This is Redhound football on WCTT and T107. Is Billy going to be? Yeah. Is he coming up at halftime?
Belfry over Clay 7-zip. Bell over King
You want to do it? Hey. You want to do it?
It don't matter.
Huh? Go ahead. Talk about this.
Well, 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the first half of play. We got more scores coming in. It's 7-0. Belfry leads Clay County in a big district battle between those two teams. And Bell County leads Kaywood by a score of 14-0. All of those are first half scores. Corbin will go for 2 on the conversion. Mauser over the middle. Oh, incomplete. Had Matt Phillips wide open, but he threw it just to the left of him. And Corbin will settle for none on that. But still, a 19-3 lead for the Hounds with 3:40 left to go. First half of play. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. Battery's going dead in the radio. At halftime, go down this field for little old batteries, 9 volts. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go. First half of play from Campbell Field in Corbin. Red Hound football on the sports leader, WCTT and T107. Phillips with the kick. Honeycutt fields at the 20, 25, and up to the 30, 35. Hits into the red zone there and goes down at the 37-yard line. And at halftime, we will talk with Corbin head basketball coach Billy Hicks. We're going to talk to him mostly about the Cumberland Falls Invitational Tournament, but also, of course, we do want to give the coach a chance to respond to charges that Corbin recruited a couple of basketball players, charges that Laurel County seems to be taking very seriously, but I guess people take those things very seriously.
Well, you put me on the spot. That's all I got to say. Greg White hustling down on the kickoff team that time to make the stop along with Kevin Gregory.
Wishbone lined up behind Harris, gives it off to Honeycutt up to the 40. And I don't know, some way or another, he found a hole and made his way all the way to the 47-yard line. He just fell forward for the last 5 or 6 yards.
Well, we had the people there to make the play. He got sideways on us, and we couldn't come up with a clean shot.
Running like, who's that guy? Marcus Allen, is that his name? That runs sideways all the time?
Where you been?
I forget people's names. The wishbone lined up behind Harris again, gives off to his halfback Lynch, and he's up to the 48-yard line. That'll bring up now third and very short. Might even be enough for a first down. They might have to come out and measure this one. Official timeout to get the measurement in here. Only 2:36 left to go in the first half. Once again, the scores that we have for you. Well, right here it's 19-3. Corbin on top of Somerset. It is Whitley County beating up on McCreary Central 14-0. Bell County leads Kaywood 14-0. And Belfry leads Clay County 7-0. Belfry undefeated. Clay County losers only once, and that was a touchdown loss to the Bell County Bobcats. Which is good. Have I told you my first cousin coaches at Clay County? Assistant coach?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, they invited me and you down to the fish fry, by the way.
Did I ever tell you I didn't care?
Well, we want to go to the fish fry, don't we? Here's Harris back to throw. Looking long. It's going to be caught. Great catch down at the 23-yard line. Oh, my. Josh Samala.
Well, I told you they could get back in this thing in a hurry that time, and I'm telling you, that was a fantastic catch there. He just beat us deep and outside.
Jody Mauser covering on the play. I really don't think that Jody thought that Samala could catch that football.
Yeah, I think Jody was playing up, anticipating that he might be able to run up and catch that thing, but, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't think he could either.
Well, he did. He stretched out. And we got Samala here as 6 foot, so he can't really stretch a long way, but he stretched out and caught the football. So with 1:55 to go in the first half, Somerset threatening here. 1st and 10 from the 33. Wishbone lines up behind Harris. He'll give it off to Lynch, running around the right side. Lynch pounding down to the 16-yard line. Ball loose. Yeah, Corbin coach is wanting a fumble on the play, but they're going to say that Lynch was down before the ball came loose. Brings up second
on the stop along with Adams.
Well, they took number 11, Patrick Lynch, from quarterback and moved him to halfback. And Coach Adams said in his pregame that that was a move that made Somerset a much better football team. Harris rolling to the left, looking to throw, looking for Somala. Can't find him. He'll keep it himself and gets good yardage down to the 10-yard line. Enough for the first down with 1:03 to go in the half.
Well, that time he was able to get outside of us there and pick up a first down. We just couldn't catch up to him to turn him back inside.
Inside the 10, working off the left hash mark. The Briar Jumpers of Somerset, they trail 19-3. The Red Hounds up on the defensive line. Harris fakes to one guy, gives off to Honeycutt. Nice defensive play that time. Let's get that Corbin player, Mauser. Jody Mauser hits Honeycutt right at the legs, takes him down, and the clock will stop on 42 with a timeout here by on the field. We'll take a break and be right back. 19-3 Corbin. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. Man, I tell you what, you might ought to interview Billy. My throat is bad.
Come on. Huh? I'm not going to ask him about that.
I'll be too tough on him, man. I don't want to do it.
I'm not going to ask him about what you did.
Huh?
I'm not asking about that Laurel County thing. I can't.
Well, just ask him.
I'm not allowed.
What? 44 seconds. Okay, we're going to have to let it run back.
Our battery's down this radio.
44.
Just wait 2 seconds before you start it.
Well, we got 31 seconds left to go up until the halftime. Corbin in command here by a score of 19-3. Coming up after half, we'll have the first half stats for you. Also, let you know how the scoring stacked up in the first half of play, and talk with Corbin basketball coach Billy Hicks. Burley Foley will talk with Corbin head basketball coach Billy Hicks at the halftime. As much as I would like to, grill the coach, use my Howard Cosell impression on him, I think I'll just rest my voice. But I want to talk about the Cumberland Falls Invitational Tournament. Outstanding field, and I was just, the day before yesterday, Burley, was the first time I had a chance to see a Corbin basketball schedule, and they certainly have a very impressive schedule this year. A lot of good teams on there, and one thing I would disagree with, and I talked to Coach Hicks about this last year, too many Saturday games, too many Saturday night games. But, Coach likes to place them on Saturday night, and a lot of those are very, very good games.
Yeah, you'll have to get off that bed couch, won't you, boy?
Yeah, no, I like to lay in the bed on Saturdays, but a good schedule, and Burley can talk with Coach Hicks about that coming up at the half. Honeycutt goes wide to the right side, also wide out to the right side, number 80, Michael Blackburn. And nothing going there. Number 34 on the carry.
Another timeout.
Number 35 on the carry, rather. Shannon Lockard. And we have another timeout as Lockard takes it down to the 5-yard line with 36 seconds left to go in the half. So we'll take a break and be right back. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107.
Hey, old man. How do I know when it's coming back to me?
I've got to get us a battery off Bill. That's one reason I'm going to let you.
I mean, when I interview, how am I going to know?
Well, breaks are 2 minutes at the half.
No, what I'm saying is, like, when I'm talking to him, Coach Hicks, how do I know when they're coming back to me?
Who?
The station.
Well, you'll know.
How?
You'll hear it.
Oh, can you fix that so I can hear it? Can you fix it so I can hear it?
I know that's free.
36 seconds left to go until halftime. Another timeout on the field. We'll have a complete recap of the scoring. Also, the first half stats for you. Coming up at the half. Corbin trying to hold, and this is an important hold because it's a lot better. I don't have to tell you that. A lot better to go in at halftime leading by a score of 19-3 than it is like 19-10. Long setback, lines up behind Harris, the quarterback. He's dropping back to throw. He looks, dumping it over the middle. Caught by Honeycutt. Touchdown. Interesting play by the Somerset Briar Jumpers, and an effective play as they get the score, which makes it 19-9, and the place kicker comes on for the extra point.
Well, you know, as I said, they can get back in this thing in a hurry. They are a talented football team, so that will give them the early momentum in the second half.
So, on to kick the extra point, number 61, Andrew Kinch. It's 19-9. Kinch, the kick. Oh, he boomed that one. It's good, and it's now 19-10. So we'll be right back and wrap up the first half here for you. Somerset will kick off to Corbin. This is Red Hound Football on WCTT and T107.
Oh, okay.
Well, with 31 seconds left to go until halftime, it's 19-10. Corbin on top of the Briar Jumpers of Somerset. Somerset will kick it away. It'd be kind of nice here maybe to have a big return. Corbin's not returned a kickoff for a touchdown this year. It's been a good time to start. It'll be the big guy, number 61, Andrew Kinch, to kick. He's big, and he can boot the football. He's going to kick this one, though, off the side of his foot. Jason Eastep will get it at the 38-yard line, so Corbin will take over there 1st and 10 with 29 seconds left to go in the first half of play.
Well, Corbin in excellent position here, maybe, to throw a pass and get a exciting score.
Somerset has been kicking the ball short, Burley. What do you think? I mean, I can understand on that play right there why he would kick it short, but they've kicked the ball short all evening. What do you think is the thinking behind that?
Yeah, I really don't know.
Hard to say, huh?
Yeah, you know, if you don't have the answer, just say you don't know.
Okay. All right. We're down to 14 seconds to go until halftime. Split in the backfield. Mauser back to throw. He's looking for Eastep. He's going to throw it for him over the middle. Intercepted. Uh-oh. Number 33 on the interception that time, Brandon Duger. Duger is at the 30. He's at the 25. He is knocked down at the 20-yard line, and that ends the first half of play. But it ends on an exciting note as Duger gets the interception and threatened to take it back for the touchdown, but he did not. So at the end of 1 half of play, it's the Corbin Red Hounds 19, the Briar Jumpers of Somerset 10. We'll be right back with halftime activities. This is Red Hound Football on WCTT and T107.
Hey, old man, what are you doing there to make me hear this? Huh?
See if I can find a
Hey, Frank.
Hello?
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah.
What's going on? Down here. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
I got Whitley over McCreary Central 28 zip. I got Rockcastle over Madison Southern 27 zip. I got
Our people on the Corbin football team that are doing their best to get this team fired up. Pitch out goes to Lynch. Well, on the left side, he crosses the 40 up to the 43-yard line.
Well, those are not rumors. They have had some meetings, and some of the seniors have spoken out about, hey guys, this thing, let's don't salvage this thing yet. Let's go ahead and let's don't turn this thing in. Let's salvage this season and go ahead and win some games. And I would like to remind everybody that there was a 4-4 team that won a state championship here. Does this football team have that talent? I can't answer that. That's up to them. They have to decide whether they can or not.
Here's the eye behind Harris, gives it off to the big fullback Lockhart, and he's across the 45 up to the 46-yard line. That'll bring up now 3rd down for Somerset and 4 for the first. They're working off the left hash mark. Well, I've said it, and I said it last year, and I think I was right last year. I feel good about this football team. I felt good about last year's football team, which finished up Burley at 7-5. I mean, that team was, 6 inches away from moving on to take on Danville. in the state playoffs. And I think this football team is in just about the same predicament. The schedule's been tough. And I feel good about this football team. Harris is going to give it off to Honeycutt. Big hole. Honeycutt at the 40. He's going to go. Nobody's going to catch Honeycutt. They faked the quick pitch again. That play's been run a couple of times this game for Somerset. They faked the quick pitch, gave it off on the inside handoff to Honeycutt, and he takes that football all the way for the touchdown.
Well, I told you we were in a football game, and it's obvious that we are because they can score from a lot of places.
That'll go as a 48-yard touchdown for Chris Honeycutt. And Somerset will come on for the extra point. Number 61, Andrew Kinch, to do the kicking. And we got a block. Extra point attempt is blocked. And Corbin holds on to a 19-16 lead with 5:07 left to go, third period of play. We'll be back, and Somerset will kick away to the Hounds. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, lay him on me.
We're sitting on our hands. Let's go, Red! We're out of weight. Millsboro over Wayne, Belfry over Clay, 13. This must be a weight. Bell over Kaywood, 14-7. Paxton over Pineville, 6-6. Support the Red team. Come on, get off your hands.
5 minutes and 7 seconds left to go here in the third period of play. The Corbin Red Hounds have just given up the long touchdown, a 48-yard touchdown run at 5:07 to go here in the third quarter of play. And it's now 19-16 as Somerset comes knocking on the door. Chris Honeycutt with the 48-yard touchdown run. We have scores that we'll pass along to you here in just a minute. Right now, the Bryant Jumpers are kicking away. A high short kick. It will bounce right to Mike White at the 25. 30. Trying to cut it outside and does, but only makes it to the 34-yard line. Grasped at the knees and taken down there. So Corbin will start at the 34.
I'll tell you one thing. Ronnie Meadows just told him how it was. Get off your hands and support the Red team. I admire him for it, too. Did a good job, Ron. He woke everybody up from their nap.
So Corbin will work off the right hash mark. Lined up behind Jody Mauser, we have Chris Okuma, Brent Willoughby, and Matt Phillips. Power eye right, hand off to Phillips. Straight up the middle across the 40. Barely across the 40, but a good gain on first down of 5 yards for the Hounds. That'll bring up now second down and 5.
Jody Mauser, who blocked that extra point down there, Dave, really trying to charge people up out there right now and be a leader of this team. Corbin really seems to be fired up now. They need to take the ball and do something with it.
Both ends are in tight. Corbin working off the right hash. Power eye left this time. It's going to go to Willoughby. Willoughby with a hole up to the 50. He's at the 45. Oh, hit right at the knees and down at the 44-yard line.
Great run by Brent Willoughby that time as he takes it right up the gut and just a shoestring away from breaking that thing for a touchdown.
But a first down for the Hounds. The press box getting fired up here, Burley Foley.
Well, they really are. I do too. I mean, that's why you come out.
So first down and 10 for Corbin from the 44-yard line of Somerset. And Matt Phillips runs hard across the 40 on down to the 37-yard line.
I'll tell you what this is. This is the Corbin football I remember. They're just lining up and running over people right now.
3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Third quarter of play. Corbin clinging to a 3-point lead, 19-16. A lot of football action left. Corbin staying in the power eye. Power eye left this time as Mauser takes a snap, gives it off to Willoughby, 35. Willoughby spins his way down to the 31-yard line. That's enough for the first down. Let's look at some scores. We just got off the studio line there. Woodley County beating up on McCreary Central 35-6. Bell County leads Kaywood 14-7. Belfry leads Clay County 13-0. These are all in the second half. Rockcastle County beating up on Madison Southern 35-8. Lane Camp 27 Williamsburg nothing, and Middlesboro leads Wayne County 12-0. All those are second half scores. Power right this time for Corbin. Handoff goes to Phillips. Big hole around the right side. 30. And hit. And brought down at the 27-yard line. Good open field tackle that time by number 23, Sean Clark. Or Matt Phillips could have had a lot of running room around that right side. That'll bring up second down for Corbin, but still a nice gain by Matt on first down. Second down and 4. That'll go for a gain of 6. Corbin from the right side of the field. The right hash it's called. Still in that power eye right. And handoff goes to Matt Phillips. Somerset read that very well. And he'll go for a loss of a yard on the play. Brings up third down.
Well, that time we got stuffed, Dave. They came hard up in there with a lot of people, and there was nowhere to go.
2:14 to go, third quarter. Corbin leading by 3, 19-16 with possession of the football. Mark Mims in tight on the right side. He's had a big catch of this game. Creekmore in tight on the left side. Power eye behind Mauser. He will bootleg it around to the left side and gets nothing. Maybe a yard on the play. Brings up 4th for Corbin. 4th and about 3.
Looked like some kind of veer then that time, David, and it just developed a little too slow for Jody to get away. As Somerset really coming with a lot of people right now.
Corbin in 4-down territory as Jason Eastep checks back in. Also, number 3, Jeff Root checks into the football game. Creekmore comes off. Brent Willoughby's also going to come off. The Hounds coming in with their passing team here. Eastep and Root both go wide to the right side. Corbin right in the middle of the field, working right off the center line here as Mauser gets set to take the snap. And got a flag on the play.
Delay a game against the Red Hound.
Too much time against Corbin. That'll be 5 yards. That'll bring up now 4th down and 9.
A 5-yard penalty assessed against the Red Hounds for delay of game.
Been pretty much a penalty-free game day. Not a lot of penalties in this game. Officiating crew, I think, has done a good job.
Yeah, it's a good crew also. Like you pointed out before, this crew does a good job. Corbin will come with the same set. Root and Eastep go wide to the right, split. Lined up now behind Mauser, the quarterback. It's Phillips and Okuma. Mauser back to throw. He's got pressure, lets it go. Caught down at the 25-yard line, but that'll be short of the first down.
Well, it will. That time,
Eastep on the catch, but on the coverage that time, number 33 for Somerset, Brandon Duger. And Somerset will take over on downs.
Here comes once forgot his helmet in the game. Yeah, look here.
I wouldn't advise coming
look,
out there.
He's got to go back and get it now. He forgot it. He still don't have it on. Look. You think I'm kidding? Look at 21 here.
Okay. They're going to come out and measure this, but Corbin's, I think, is going to be short. I've been wrong a lot of times, though. Yeah, they're pretty much short. Short by a couple of yards.
Hey, look, he's coming back in with his helmet, Dave. I swear he is.
Maybe he's got one laying out there somewhere.
Oh, no, he forgot his shoe. Oh, okay. I thought that's a pretty tough kid if he's going to play without his headgear.
Did they used to play football without headgear? I guess they did.
I didn't.
I didn't, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't play it with headgear. The ball will be on the 24-yard line for Somerset. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 24 with 58 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It's up to the Corbin defense now to try and hold. Somerset trailing here by only 3.
Timeout, Somerset.
Timeout call by Somerset. Maybe looking for that lost helmet. I don't know. But we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. This is Red Hound Football on WCTT and T107. Well, we have 58 seconds to go, third quarter of play. Good crowd on hand here, a good Corbin crowd, a pretty good Somerset crowd on hand as the Hounds take on the Briar Jumpers. This is a game that will definitely be for second place in the district. Rockcastle County pretty much has the district title wrapped up. They're beating up on Madison Southern 35-8 right now. That's in the second half. And the winner of this one, of course, the better you finish in your district, the easier first game that you have. But the second place finisher in this district will more than likely have the privilege of taking on Danville in the second game of the playoffs, should Danville and the second place team in this district both survive the playoffs. That's a lot of things to do, but we'll take care of that later. Here is Harris, gives it off to Lynch, and Lynch busts right through a couple of tackles across the 30 up to the 32-yard line. He was a dead duck on the line of scrimmage, but somehow he was able to pull through for a gain of almost 8 yards.
Well, you know, I mentioned that was old Corbin football on that last drive. Now, that's the way I remember Somerset, too. We would score, and they would counter right back. This has been a great rivalry over the years.
And this is a good football game right here. Both these teams 4-4. We thought it would be a good one, and it has been. No wideouts for the Briar Jumpers. Eye behind Harris. Handoff goes to Honeycutt. Down he goes. Flag on the play would indicate a face mask. The Corbin player who was flagged, number 75, Jeff Atkins, not happy about the call. Well, that's hard to say. You know, we don't have replay. I don't know if it was a face mask or not. Atkins seems to think it wasn't. I do know that the Somerset player went down pretty quick.
Do you think Coach Adams at this point would agree with our comment about the officiating crew?
No, not at all. He went down quick. You can usually, I didn't see a face mask, but to be honest, the play resembled what usually happens when there is a face mask. That's going to move the football up now to the 48-yard line. I formation lines up behind Harris, the quarterback for Somerset, gives it off to Lynch around the right side, crosses into Corbin territory down to the 49, bringing up second down.
Dave, I'm a little concerned tonight because we have absolutely not one kid in the end zone playing football tonight. You know, that I can see.
I hadn't noticed that, but
that concerns me.
That is, I think, it's my third year of Red Hound football. That's probably a first. We got into the third quarter of play, and at the end of 3, it's Corbin 19, Somerset 16, but the Briar Jumpers have the football, and they're moving it. We'll be back. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. Yeah, sir?
Woodland County's gone up on McCreary County 47-6, and at Rockcastle scores the final 35-8.
Okay. Okay, I didn't catch that one a while ago. Thanks, sir. Well, 19-16, Corbin on top of Somerset. Briar Jumper football, though, facing second down and 7. Ball on the 49-yard line of Corbin. Handoff goes to Honeycutt. Couple of yards for Honeycutt up to about the 46-yard line. Couple of 3 yards on that play. Brings up third down for the Briar Jumpers as fourth quarter action is underway. 12 more minutes of football to go. We got a Corbin player down. Can't see a number, Burley.
No, I can't at this point. I don't think that's Sean Sargent. I thought it was at first. No, I see him now.
And it is a final. Rockcastle County over Madison Southern 35-8. Whitley County's went up on McCreary Central 47-6. Knox Central leads Pineville 6-0.
Dave Phillip Berry, who was injured a little earlier in the game, is back in there now, shaking up. I'm glad to see Phillip is back and doing okay for Somerset. I still don't know at this point who the injured Red Hound is. I want to give Kim Clary and his staff a lot of credit here. I see Scott Crook working out there also with Kim Clary. Those guys volunteer their time for a lot of Corbin athletes here, and And enough can't be said about the job that Kim and those guys do. They're just, I don't know if, the people that do or don't know Kim Cleary, but he's a quality person, and he's giving his time for free. Marcy also works down there with Kim. She's a Corbin High graduate, and she gives up her time too. And I see Lynn Reeves, he's a physical therapist student back here working with some of the kids. So just, I mean, my hat's off to those folks, because they could be a lot of places right now, but they're here as Josh Pate gets up, and he was the injured Red Hound. But they're here with these Corbin kids, giving their time, as Dr. Park did for many a year, and Dr. Keith Smith, and it goes on and on, the people that have volunteered their time, and you always miss one, but I remember most everybody, and we don't have time for all of them, but thank you to all those volunteers who have given their time over the years.
Ball on the 46-yard line. Josh Pate, the injured Red Hound, he comes off the field. 3rd down and 4 for the Briar Jumpers. The I lined up behind the quarterback Harris. People moving around. Nobody jumped off sides, though, as Harris gives it off to Lynch, and he is going to be close to the first. Probably got the first, and he got it on second effort. If he did get it, might have to bring the chains out here and measure this one off.
42. Making the stop for the Red Hound.
Official timeout to bring the chains over. It's going to be very close. I think it is enough for the first down, though. Even if it isn't, Somerset's, of course, going to go for it here on the 4th down.
Well, you got to credit Somerset's offensive line here. Corbin put together a nice drive, and now Somerset's come back and put themselves together one.
I'm telling you, that was so close that the officials had to get right down there nose to nose with the ball. But it was enough for the first down for the Somerset Briar Jumpers. So Somerset moves it here. 1st and 10 now from the Corbin 43-yard line. 11.5 left to go in the football game. Corbin leads 19-16. Corbin has had in the game Matt Phillips a touchdown, Jason Eastep a touchdown, Chris Okuma a touchdown. Somerset's had a 40-yard field goal, Honeycutt a touchdown, a catch, and Honeycutt a touchdown run. I lines up behind Harris. He will give it off to Lynch. Lynch bounces off one tackler. He's down to the 35 and moves his way all the way down to the 30-yard line. Patrick Lynch is bouncing off Corbin tacklers, and on second effort is picking up big yardage, and a lot of it is second effort, Burley, but a lot of it's also Corbin's just not wrapping him up when they hit him coming off the line of scrimmage.
Well, doggone it, Dave. You can look at it a lot of ways, but we just didn't tackle well right there. We made the play and had the opportunity, didn't go ahead and put it away, and that's what the kids would tell you too. It's been a good football game, but right now is the time you got to really dig in.
And you can kind of feel the momentum swinging a bit over to the Somerset side. They're working off the left hash mark, running out of the I. Harris gives it straight up the middle.
Good play defensively that time. Travis Smith gets up, Jason Noel, and also Adams.
And I guess that was who? Honeycutt on the carry that time?
I think so, yes.
Crosses a 30 down to the 29-yard line, staying on the left hash mark for the Briar Jumpers. 10 minutes and a half left to go in the football game. 19-16. Corbin on top, but Somerset threatening here, facing a second down and 8. Working from the left side of the field. The ends are in tight. The I lined up behind Harris. He'll give it off to Lynch. Lynch fumbles the football. Corbin's got it. No, Somerset might have got back on there.
Oh, we got it.
No, it's Corbin football. Sean Sargent dove on the football. A Somerset player made a valiant effort to try and get it back. Could not. And it's a big turnover for the Briar Jumpers, and Corbin will take over here on the 32-yard line. And Burley, how big is that turnover?
Well, it's very, very big, and I like the excitement that Coach Jewell and Coach Garman are showing down there right now. They're just very, very excited and having a good time with this.
Well, Corbin was run the last time. Power football. They moved the football, but was unable to get the score. Let's see what the Hounds do now. They're going to the power I. It's going to go to the tailback Phillips. Matt Phillips up to the 35, 36, 37, 40. And on up to the 45-yard line. Matt Phillips. Just determination that time for Big Matt. Takes that football to the 45-yard line for the first down for the Hounds.
Just hard-nosed football off right tackle, and Matt took a couple of tough shots there, but good second and third effort.
He was almost to his knees at one time, and he got right up and took those Somerset players right along with him up to the 45-yard line. 9.5 left to go in the football game. Power eye again for Corbin. Handoff goes this time to Brent Willoughby. He's at the 50. He's at the 45. He is moving down to the 40. He is still going on down to the 37-yard line. And once again, determination, the factor right there, because there were no blockers. It was just Brent Willoughby against 3 Somerset players. He took them all the way down to the 37. And that, Burley, is what you have to be a championship football team.
No doubt about it. Brent Willoughby ran like a champion, and that offensive line really did a good job in there then, pushing people off the line. As Coach Adams calls a timeout here, I think they're short a player.
So Coach Adams calls the timeout as Travis Smith checks in. So let's take a break. 9:15 to go. 19-16 Corbin. This is Red Hound football on WCTT and T107. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to play. You know what? Yeah. Clay County over Belfry 14-13. Okay, let's see if I got this right here. Just got some brand new scores. Once again, one final for you. Rockcastle County beat Madison Southern 35-8. Clay County has scored twice in a hurry. They now lead Belfry 14-13. Bell County leads Kaywood 22-13, and Knox Central leads Pineville 12-0. I got those in a hurry, so I hope those are accurate scores. If not, I'll update them for you a little bit later, but at least the teams that are ahead, I have them ahead. About the best I can do. Ball on the 38-yard line for the Hounds. Handoff's going to go to Matt Phillips. Down to the 35. Wrapped up there, brings up a second down for Corbin at the 35-yard line. Clock continues to count it away here in the fourth and final quarter. Of course, the faster it counts, the better Corbin likes it. Corbin has one more regular season football game left. That'll be next Friday night. They will entertain Madison Southern. Mauser's going to give it off to Phillips, heading around the left side, down to the 30. And then there on down to the 29-yard line as he just plunges his way into that defensive line. Close to a first down, Burley.
I know the backs get their names on the radio and in the papers, but, boy, the offensive line right now, Dave, is doing what they've been asked to do, and they're pushing people off in there.
Yeah, you know, if Matt had taken that to the outside a bit more, he might have had a lot more running room. Pretty good play there by Corbin as it goes to Brent Willoughby, and he gets it for the first down for Corbin, crossing down to the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 from there for the Hounds at the 27. So first down for Corbin, 1st and 10 from, well, let's spot this right on just about on the 25-yard line. 8 minutes, and
the best defense is a good offense right now, right?
Absolutely. No more true could those words be than at this point right now for Corbin with the clock just going under 8 minutes. Corbin 1st and 10 from the 25. Another touchdown wouldn't hurt a bit either. Willoughby, Phillips, and I think Okuma the backfield. Handoff, no. Mauser's going to roll it out to the left side. He's at the 25. He is going to be knocked down at the 21-yard line. He does stay in bounds, so the clock continues to count. Bring up now 2nd down for Corbin.
All that time they'd been running, off tackle. They felt like that they might be able to pull everybody inside and Jody sneaky outside. Which got to give Somerset credit right there as they pursued that thing and played it well.
Chris Okuma comes off, and Travis Smith comes into the backfield. Power eye right for Corbin, Willoughby, and Smith, and Phillips. It's going to go to Phillips. And Matt Phillips is going to cross the 20 down to the 19-yard line, bringing up 3rd and about 3 for Corbin. The clock continues to count away, which is very important.
Jody needs to take a lot of time now between plays and really try to run the clock down.
Well, we got taking over the PA here and firing up the crowd.
Ron's getting them up.
Going to go off to Brent Willoughby. Big hole for Brent. across the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll be enough for the Corbin first. That will also, though, stop the clock after the first down at 6:28. But getting points is as important for Corbin as keeping the clock going. 19-16, the Hounds on top by 3. And driving with the football. They're on the 14-yard line right now. 1st and 10 from there. Working off the left side of the field, the left hash mark. Creekmore. Left end, right end is Mims. Wishbone lines up behind Mauser. Jody will give it off to Phillips. Phillips down to the 10. Slugs his way on down to about the 7.
Good effort right now by the whole Corbin offensive team. You can't credit any one person. This has been a team effort putting this drive together. And if they want to continue playing in postseason, it'll be a team effort. They're really pulling together right now, and I'm impressed with our team tonight.
Touchdown here would be very, very big. 2nd and 5, ball on the 8-yard line for Corbin. Mauser gives it off to Matt Phillips. Matt bounces off 1 player, 2 players, 3 players. Touchdown for Matt Phillips and the Corbin Redhounds. And Corbin goes on top by a score of 25-16.
Doggone it, Matt, that's the way to run. I'm telling you that day, that was just sure power right there as Matt Phillips takes that big old frame and pushes people down in the end zone and puts Corbin in pretty good shape to win this game. It's not over, but that really, really helped right there.
And Matt Phillips will come on to kick the extra point. He's working on getting the shoe on right now. So Matt Phillips scores on an 8-yard touchdown run, making it 25-16 Corbin. And a good extra point here would put Corbin in, as Burley said, pretty good shape to win this football game, even though there's 5.5 minutes left to go. And Matt did not get everything on in time, so that's another delay of game against Corbin. 5-yarder. The snap and flags on the play.
We have a penalty flag on the play.
Oh, penalty against Somerset. I don't know. Looks like they would have just let the kick went ahead there. Penalty goes against Somerset.
I think it's a dead ball offside. I think it's automatic.
Think so?
I think. But
don't respect your opinion on this, Burley, because
I didn't know him when I played. I didn't know him when I played. I don't know the rules now.
So we'll snap it again, and there's the kick. Looks good. It is by Matt Phillips. Corbin leads 26-16. 5:38 to go in the football game. And we'll be back here on the Sports Leader to Campbell Field in Corbin. Corbin will kick away to the Barn Jumpers when we return. This is Red Hat Football on WCTT and T107.
Number
26-16, 5:38 left to go in the football game. Dave King and Burley Foley from Campbell Field in Corbin for Red Hound Football here on the Sports Leader in Southeast Kentucky, WCTT and T107. Don't forget, University of Kentucky football action tomorrow. Airtime is 6. Kickoff at 8 as the Cats take on the Georgia Bulldogs. Honeycutt will get it at the 25-30. And down he goes at the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Somerset from the 35.
Greg White, Byron Jones, Kevin Gregory, all hustling down on the kickoff then.
Good Corbin crowd on hand here for this next to last regular season game. It's next to last home game. Corbin, should they go on and win this game and then defeat Madison Southern, would at least have, I think, one game at home in the playoffs. Honeycutt goes wide to the right side, wide out to the left side, number 34. That's Josh Samala, and Harris back to throw. He looks, he's being chased, and down he goes. Big number 69 for Corbin on the tackle that time.
Jason Noel along with Brent Willoughby.
Jason
there,
Noel,
big
Brent
sack.
Willoughby. Shane Creekmore helping out on the play also.
Yeah, no, I believe Shane was in the game then. Maybe it was.
The VA guy said.
Yeah, there he is.
I was just mocking him.
Maybe it was Shane, not Brent. We'll say it was both of them. I don't know. It's one of them.
We'll look at the replay, okay? Here's Harris back to throw. Screenplay. It's going to be caught over the middle. Number 33 with the football, Brandon Duger. Duger pounded at the 30-yard line. I mean, he's going to be slow getting up from there.
Well, Somerset does a good job of setting that thing up because we had everybody run off again, and Jody heads up, played pretty good.
But that brings up now 3rd down for Somerset, and a long 12, about 13 yards, I guess. 3rd and 13. 4 minutes left to go in the football game. Things starting to look pretty good here for the Corbin Redhounds. Barring a big play by the Briar Jumpers, and they happen all the time. Here's Harris back to throw, rolling to the right. He's being chased, gets a nice block, though, lets it go, and intercepted. I think. Yep. No, says the official. Not intercepted by Byron Jones on the 39-yard line.
Well, he had a better angle than I did. Because I couldn't see it.
I think Byron trapped it.
I couldn't see it, but he left you no doubt that he knew what he was calling.
So it brings up now 4th and 14 for Somerset. Phil Russell offering you his binocular. He'd help you see a little better. Yeah, I thought he trapped it.
Well, you know how I see everything red.
Yeah. Well, I do too.
I don't lie about it, though. Hey, we need a... There we go.
We got 3 wide to the right side here as Harris is dropping back to throw. He's looking. He's going to throw the Hail Mary. It will be intercepted. Jody Mauser at the 40. Back to the 50. 45. Out of the left side, down to the 35. And drilled at the 30-yard line. But it's Corbin football. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line of Somerset. Number 64 for Corbin, shaking up on that play, Sean Sargent, and he's down.
Jody's shaking up also as he's holding his knee.
Jody Mauser shaking up also, so big interception by Corbin with 3.5 to go, but a couple of players shaking up here, paying the price for the good play.
I'm telling you,
some are down too.
Jody took a pretty good lick. I didn't see Sean's there, but I think Sean's just cramping.
Yeah, I think so. I think he got hit in the back of the leg and caused it to cramp in the calf.
But now Jody took a pretty good lick.
And we go down. Let's go down Phil Sy with Dr. Selvey and get a medical update here. Doc?
Okay, fellas. Looks like Sean Sargent is cramping in his right leg right now. And I think Jody took a shot to his left knee. I think he's going to be okay, but no diagnosis right now going on. I have to talk to you. Kim Clay a little bit later. I got an update on Matt Pate. He apparently flipped over backwards and sprained his lower back. He's in a lot of pain, but he's going to be okay for next week. So come on back down to me. It's been a while since you guys came down to me. I was getting kind of bored down here freezing.
Yeah, we didn't want to overwork you down there, Doc. I know those pre-med classes are. We wanted you to save your energy.
Yeah, if I don't keep busy, my hands are getting cold. So come on back down to me here in a little while, and I have the update on Jody and Sean.
Okay, thanks a lot. That's Chuck Selvey down on the sidelines, and I tell you, we've had some fun out of Chuck this year, calling him Dr. Selvey and Sideline Selvey, but certainly been a big asset, a big help.
You've been a lot of fun. Chuck's a great kid, and I don't know if you've ever had a chance to be around him or what, but he's always full of energy. He's always smiling, and he's a very pleasant person to be around. Jody Mauser being helped to the bench now as Marcy and Scott are taking a look at him, and I saw the hit. He looked to take a pretty tough shot on the leg. I was hoping it might be up in the thigh, but they're looking at his knee somewhat.
Well, one thing about taking a shot on the leg, it's different than twisting a leg or something like that. And hopefully not a serious injury at this point. We'll get more from Chuck Selvey as soon as he can find out something down there. Chuck, when you do know something, just give us the old high sign. Was that the high sign? Wasn't the high sign. So we'll go down to Chuck just as soon as he knows something, and he'll get us an update. Lance White will come in to be the QB here for Corbin. Only 3:35 left to go. And counting down, Corbin with a football 1st and 10 at the 30, leading 26-16 over Somerset. Travis Smith is in the backfield. Power eye right formation here for the Hounds. Brent Willoughby, the right halfback. Matt Phillips is the tailback. And Wyatt gives it off to Phillips. And that's going to be actually never tackled, but his forward progress was stopped on the line of scrimmage, brings up second down.
On the playground, we used to call that hog-collared.
Hog-collared?
Yeah, you heard that before, haven't you?
No. You claimed you had never heard of humming a pass. I'm going to claim I never heard of hog-collared.
What if we told the truth and said we've heard of almost everything?
If it's been said, we probably heard it.
As soon as we have an update on Jody Mauser, we'll pass that along to you. Right now, he does seem to be in some pain.
Yes, he does.
Lance White running the show now. Had some bright minutes this year, Dave, for the Red Hounds.
Well, he did. He came on and has played very well the games he's been. Brent Willoughby, he goes over the top for about 2 yards. That'll bring up third down for Corbin. He crosses the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
Henry Martin just gave the thumbs up. I would think that he's giving us the thumbs up, and believe me, Henry's concerned. Mr. Red Hound, Henry Martin.
Of course, his megaphone. Does he not bring his megaphone
yeah,
to the football game?
Yeah, right down here.
Yeah, so Henry has his megaphone. He has been known, especially at basketball games, when you get in the gym where you can really hear him, to incite the other crowd to, well, to some degrees of anger, to be honest about it.
He loves it.
Hey, that's what it's all about. You've got to yell and scream at the other guy. And we got a Somerset player down now, so play really starting to drag here just a bit.
Dave,
yes.
Next week is the Madison Southern last home game of the year. I won't be with you. I'll be in Smyrna, Tennessee with my middle school game. That is only the second game since I was a freshman in 1973 that I will miss of Corbin football. So
that could be bad.
I mean, it's kind of an odd feeling to know that I won't be here. I've been coming to these games a long time, and next week I'm going to miss only the second one since 1973.
And the middle school going to take on a Smyrna team that a power in middle school football.
Very, very good football team. We've got our hands full, and I'm just anxious to see how well we can play and see if we can compete with the teams out there.
2:20 counting down in the football game. Corbin looks like a win this one. They lead 26-16. Lance Wyatt in at quarterback. Jody Mauser is prone on the bench. Hand off to Brent Willoughby. There goes Brent Willoughby down at the 24-yard line. Brings up fourth down for Corbin, and still lacking about 2-3 yards for the first down. Still working on Jody Mauser. He's in some pain, Burley. He really is. Now they're going to slide him up the bench there just a little bit. But once again, usually an injury delivered from a hit like that is not as bad as something you would twist or sprain or strain or pull out of place. As Wyatt's going to give it off to Willoughby over the 20, and that'll be enough for the Corbin first down on the fourth down play. So first and 10 for Corbin inside the Somerset 20-yard line with only a minute 22 to go. You know, it looks to me really like they're working on both of Jody Mauser's legs at this point. That would be kind of unusual for both legs to be injured at once, but the way they're working on him.
It would, but I'll tell you this, that's probably a good sign. That, and I see they've got his leg bent up there too. Henry, I'm going to trust Henry's thumbs up that Jody's okay.
Yeah, I don't think Henry would have given the thumbs up if he'd been hurt very bad. Lance Wyatt in at quarterback for Corbin, gives off to Matt Phillips. Phillips down to the 15. He's pulling players on down to the 10 and brought down there with 45 seconds to go. That'll bring up second down for Corbin as some of the fans start to head for the exits. Coming up after the game, we'll have Willard Ferris, Corbin assistant football coach. If he comes up, Willard said he might not come and talk to me because I put that losing score on the radio this morning and had been putting the winning scores on. But, of course, he was only kidding. Must have been a good football game last night, 7th grade game between South Laurel and Corbin. Brent Willoughby takes a handoff, runs around the left side, and the ball is stripped from him, but his forward progress had been stopped. That leaves 2 seconds, 1 second, and there she blows. I'll tell you what, before we go from the field, let's go down to Chuck Selvey right now and see if Chuck has found out anything at all about Jody Mauser. Corbin wins it here 26-16. Chuck?
Yeah, the further evaluation of Jody's left knee. They're really not for sure what happened. They think it might be bruised just a little, his ligaments, but they're not really for sure. So don't quote me on that. I don't want to get anybody, or even myself, in any trouble. So
we don't have to quote you, Chuck. You just said it.
Okay, well, I don't know. He'll more likely be going up to Lexington tomorrow, having it checked out by Dr. Ireland. So, I don't know, but a big win for Corbin tonight is a win 26-16 over a pretty good Somerset team. So, fellas, I don't know. I'll let you know next week. I will have all the information from all the injured players down here on the sidelines.
Okay, thank you very much, Chuck Selvey. So Corbin wins 26-16. No definitive word on the injury to Jody Mauser. We'll, if we find out anything before this broadcast is ended, of course, we'll pass it on to you right here on the Sports Leader T107. Corbin goes to 5-4. Somerset falls to 4-5. We'll be right back. Out the stat sheets for you. Tell you how this game unfolded scoring-wise. When we return, this is Red Hound Football on WCTT and T107. Frank?
Yeah.
You want to, put a wrap on the game, gets right into this wrap-up show thing.
Okay, you want me to just go ahead and run a couple of spots and go to the side?
Yeah, give me 2 minutes. Do you post adjacencies and then right into the wrap-up,
okay.
or whatever, how you do it.
And 4.
Okay.